Hi, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday's Wisdom. So today I'm going to share a story with you that I read over the weekend that just absolutely melted my heart. So forgive me, I'm going to read it because it's a fairly long story, but it is so worth listening to this story to the end. So here's the story. In Brooklyn, New York, Crush is a school that caters to teaching disabled children. Some children remain in Crush their entire school career, while others are mainstreamed into conventional schools. At a Crush fundraising dinner, the father of a Crush child delivered a speech that would never be forgotten by anyone who attended. After extolling the school and its dedicated staff, he cried out, "Where is the perfection in my son Shay? Everything God does is with perfection, but my child cannot understand things as other children do. My child cannot remember facts and figures as other children do. Where is God's perfection?" The audience was shocked by the question, pained in the father's anguish, stilled by the piercing query. "I believe," the father answered, "that when God brings a child like this into the world, the perfection he seeks is in the way people react to this child." He then told the following story about his son Shay. One afternoon, Shay and his father walked past a park where some boys Shay knew were playing baseball. Shay asked, "Do you think they would let me play?" Shay's father knew that the son was not at all athletic and that most boys would not want him to be on their team. But Shay's father understood that if his son was chosen to play, it would give him a comfortable sense of belonging. Shay's father approached one of the boys in the field and asked if Shay could play. The boy looked around for guidance from his teammates. Getting none, he took matters into his own hands and said, "We're losing by 6 runs. The game's in the 8th inning. I guess he can be on our team, and we'll try and put him up to bat in the 9th inning." Shay's father was ecstatic as Shay smiled broadly. Shay was told to put on a glove and go out and play short center field. In the bottom of the 8th, Shay's team scored a few runs, but was still behind by 3. In the bottom of the 9th inning, Shay's team scored again, and now with 2 outs and bases loaded, with the potential winning run on base, Shay was scheduled to be up. Would the team actually let Shay bat at this juncture and give away their chance of winning the game? Surprisingly, Shay was given the bat. Everyone knew it was all but impossible because Shay didn't even know how to properly hold the bat, let alone hit it. Somehow, Shay stepped up to the plate. The pitcher moved a few steps to lob the ball softly so Shay could at least be able to make contact. The first pitch came in, and Shay swung clumsily and missed. One of Shay's teammates came up to Shay, and together they held the bat and faced the pitcher, waiting for the next pitch. The pitcher again took a few steps forward and tossed the ball softly toward Shay. As the pitch came in, Shay and his teammate swung the bat, and together they hit a slow ground ball to the pitcher. The pitcher picked up the soft grounder and could easily have thrown the ball to the first baseman. Shay would have been out, and that would have been the end of the game. Instead, the pitcher took the ball and threw a high arc to right field, far beyond the reach of the first baseman. Everyone started yelling, "Shay, run to first, run to first!" Never in his life had Shay run to first. He scampered down the baseline wide-eyed and startled. By the time he reached first base, the right fielder had the ball. He could have thrown the ball to the second baseman, which also would have tagged Shay, who was still running. But the right fielder understood what the pitcher's intentions were, so he threw the ball high and far over the third baseman's head. Everyone yelled, "Run to second, run to second!" Shay ran toward second base as the runners ahead of him deliriously circled the bases toward home. As Shay reached second base, the opposing shortstop ran to him, turned him in the direction of third base, and shouted, "Run to third!" As Shay rounded third, the boys from both teams ran behind him screaming, "Shay, run home!" Shay ran home, stepped on home plate, and all 18 boys lifted him on their shoulders and made him the hero, as he had just hit a grand slam and won the game for his team. That day, said the father softly, with tears rolling down his face, those 18 boys reached God's level of perfection. Make it a great day.